what's your process like, or is it any different when you're choreographing for a varsity team and when you're choreographing for an adult team?
Um, at first, I thought it was, but my vision actually when I started Lil Peeps, nung wala pang VPeepz nun, I really wanted a very competitive junior team.
Mm.
So when I did the routine, I wasn't really holding back as to making it easy.
Mm.
So talagang itatry namin yung best namin na talagang yan sila Heart makuha talaga nila yung choreong mahirap even if it took weeks and 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 months, as long as talagang kaya nilang i-deliver yung ganong klase. Because if dealing with competitions, if you're gonna have a junior team and then you're just gonna make a half-baked junior friendly choreography, then that's
Mm.
not gonna win. That's really not competitive at all.
Right.
So that was the vision right off the bat.
Okay.
So the first year of Lil Peeps was the hardest. It was 2016.
Uh-huh.
Grabe talaga, sobrang tagal mag-training para lang talaga makuha yung isang segment. Umabot sa point na parang sobrang bored na ako, ganyan. Na parang, oh my gosh, kailan nyo ba ito makukuha? But then, these kids, especially the Lil Peeps OGs, lalo na yung mga malalaki na sila ngayon, yan, sila Heart, sila Felicity, sila Miko, sila Charles. I think that kind of paved the way on how they treat work now.
Mm.
Especially if grabe talaga yung batch na yun eh dahil sobrang hirap ng pinagdaanan nila nung start.
Mm.
Kahit anong ibigay ko sa kanilang choreography, kuha na nila agad. As in, sobrang easy na for them. How they treat gigs, how they present themselves to the clients, sobrang professional. And sanay na sila eh. Alam na nila kung paano yung galawan. And at the same time, grabe na rin yung movement nila ngayon. Sobrang well. Mas maganda na yung mga choreo nila kaysa sa aming mga seniors. So, I think that batch is really special and it kind of paved my system on how to train the next few batches. At the same time, that's why World of Dance Season 3 was a really good timing for them because hinog na sila on that style.
Mm-hmm.
So that when we added some more varsity peeps, talagang naging sobrang nag-gel sila as a group and very professional sila in that sense.
So basically you're not like what you're saying is you really don't hold back in terms of these different teams. Like it's just like challenge them as much as they can, and then if hindi magawa, edi hindi magawa, but at least they tried.
If hindi magawa, then galingan nila, ganun. Ganun yung ano namin sa UPeepz eh. Ganun yung kasabihan namin eh. Kaya wala nagrereklamo, wala nagtatanong. Kasi sasabihin na, galingan mo lang, try mong galingan.
Yeah.
Ganun. Sige, galingan ko na lang, coach. So, it kind of fostered a very friendly, competitive atmosphere. But then, of course, that's just for competitions. No? Siyempre, kapag workshops, iba kapag with kids, ganyan.
I like that too. How often does VPeepz or at least the varsity teams and at the time the junior, how often were they training together with the regular seniors? Often?
Yeah, it depends on the task or on the project. Say for example, during concerts, yun, really ano talaga halos every day. But then if it's like HHI season, then they divide themselves to different categories. Then kanya-kanyang training yan. So and then if you have shows with some kids and some adults.
Yeah. And the reason I brought that up is because I think, like you mentioned earlier, parang I think it's interesting kasi parang you have these people, the kids who are working really hard to nail your choreography and your training. And again, like you said, hindi ka naman nag-go hold back. So it's extra inspiration na rin for the seniors where you're kind of like, grabe itong mga bata.
Exactly.
You put like, hindi pwede ako, like I'm a senior, mas matanda nga ako, I need to be better. You know what I mean? It's inspiring.
Yeah, it's funny because after a couple of years after the first batch of Lil Peeps and then concert day came, concert season came, ang galing na nila. So parang people were really like, oh, galing na ni ganito, ganyan. And then it became a more competitive atmosphere.
Yeah.
So that also my senior choreographers were extra inspired when I cast them with some kids.
Yeah.
Talagang hindi din sila nag-hold back and in return these kids were inspired because they've been learning from different choreographers and kuyas and ates from the team. So
That's cool,
Yeah,
man. That's a nice environment to have. Congrats, man. I like that. Love that.